it's a message to me to say, well, you know, get off your ass, cast more, stream more, and then hopefully get partnered, and then maybe some of the issues will mysteriously resolve themselves. But hey everyone, welcome back to the Raid Call Dota 2 League. As always, I am Baseskip, bringing you guys this unofficial cast, though I guess for anyone wondering, I do have permission to be writing this coverage, so big thanks to the organizers. And if you guys are looking for the official stream, that's AC and Draskell over on the One More Game TV2 stream. So thanks everyone for tuning in. I think I've done pretty much the whole introduction. This is game 2 of our best of 3 set for the group stage of this tournament. It's between Empire and VP. Empire going to be over on the Radiant side this time around with first pick, and VP going to be over on the Dire with second pick. And Empire last game ran a bit of a weird offensive tri-lane, but really putting the pressure on VP, and VP sort of relying on taking it to the late game to try and win things out. So didn't really work out. Didn't work out for them in the end, and Empire just showing exactly how fantastic they can be in team fights. So we'll see if VP. We'll see how the mix-up is going to be this time around, and Empire actually going to start us off with a Keeper of the Light Band. Wisp is going to be the response from VP. Neither one of these teams wanting the other to get either of these heroes. So again, this is probably going to push the Magnus and the Darkseer through into the pool. Nyx and the Batrider, they're the two big question marks right now. And we'll see what the choices are going to be from each of the respective captains. VP do hold one more card, I suppose, than Empire right now, having the 4th and final ban for this first phase, and actually the Undying ban coming from Empire right now. So Darkseer can be removed from VP. Nyx and Batrider will both make it through into the pool, and that's interesting. We'll see where the preferences lie right now for Empire, and it's going to be Batrider, VP. Surely they're going to take the Nyx and then the Magnus as well. Maybe we're going to see a Ribic, maybe we'll see a Ribic from Empire. Pretty good response to the Magnus, though. Doesn't really have a fun time against the Nyx. So Empire gonna have to be happy with the Batrider, but we'll see how this game plays out, especially with such powerful heroes through into the pool. And VP, I mean, I talked about wanting to try and force it into a slightly more pick-off oriented game after what happened in the last game, and I think they've definitely got the tools with the Nyx and the Magnus. And Empire, they're gonna pick Gyro and Bane, so showing their hand a little bit, perhaps, though. Bane, not a bad defensive tri-lane support, and the Gyrocopter, not a bad defensive carry. So they've got that defensive tri-lane capacity, and maybe going to have to force VP to draft around that a little bit, at least through the next ban phase. But yeah, a little bit more of the same, as Nobro was saying in chat, but not all that surprising, frankly. Both teams have very similar styles. I think they're both very familiar with one another as well, and they both know exactly what they like to play in. If you can get those heroes that you enjoy playing through, you do definitely stand a better chance of winning. So VP, right now, the Nyx, pretty good in a defensive tri-lane situation. They could even opt to pick up something like a Jakiro here if they're really worried about that offensive tri-lane coming from Empire. We'll have to see. They've already got the Magnus, who is frankly pretty weak in 1v1 situations, unless he can get mid. And if he doesn't get mid, then whoever VP grab for that offlane 1v1, if Empire are going to be running the offensive tri-lane, needs to be able to stand up potentially against the Batrider. And Magnus not going to be having a fun time on mid, and especially if Empire put that offensive tri-lane on, then the strength of your solos is extremely important. When you're running tri-lane versus tri-lane, your heroes your supports are locked in. They can't really afford to leave. If one support leaves from either side, the other team will probably get a whiff of it, and then they're going to be diving your tower and looking to absolutely obliterate you. So if Empire feel that they've probably got the upper hand on the solos, then they might look to run the defensive tri-lane. But VP, I love the Nature's Prophet pickup, because while he's pretty good in a 1v1 situation on his own, he's always got that global threat to try and shut down an offensive tri-lane. And I think very smart drafting here from VP. And also, a point that I tried to get out was that Empire, with the flexibility that they have right now in their lanes, VP can't just pick a hero expecting it to be in a 1v1 scenario up on top, or in a 1v1 scenario on bot, because if Empire don't choose to run an offensive tri-lane, then whoever they picked needed to have the potential to be able to jungle or just offlane solo, and the Nature's Prophet gives them that in sort of one handy package. If Empire aren't running an offensive tri-lane, then Nature's Prophet can just jungle / offlane, as he sort of does, and if Empire are running an offensive tri-lane, then he can just be heading down into the lane, getting some farm, and looking to disrupt that offensive tri-lane as best he can. So great pickup there from VP, and VP right now are going to be choosing to ban out some mids, since Empire mids / solos, since Empire are still looking for one and then a secondary support. But whatever support they'll be, it'll round off their lineup, and it'll sort of, well, it might determine whether or not they're going to be going for this offensive try, though they might be having second thoughts with the Nature's Prophet pickup. But I think VP maneuvering themselves through a kind of a difficult portion in the draft, especially with what Empire had managed to get their hands on. Empire, they're just going to choose to ban out some carries right now, so Nake's can be removed from the pool. A good defensive tri-lane carry. So Empire, I still think trying to push for the defensive try, though we'll see if they're going to be able to get away with it. And Weaver, another solo, going to be banned out here. And thank you, Colstrick 159. Nice to have you along for the ride. So VP going to be banning out the puck. We did see that extremely well played by Scandal in the last game. And yeah, just solos galore right now, pretty much for both teams. Empire going for the slightly more carry-oriented ones, and VP sort of heading towards those mids. Okay, so heroes to round off each team's lineup. VP, they've got the Nyx as the support, Magnus and Nature's Prophet as their two solos, or their offlane and their mid, and however you want to call those two solos, however they're going to be working out in terms of lanes, they're going to be the solos. So they're looking for a support and a carry. And Empire are looking for a support and another solo, so that's pretty much what's motivating the draft, motivating the picks, and motivating the bans right now. And OD, fantastic solo, going to be removed from the pool, so no bro, going to be a little bit unhappy with that one since he was looking forward to seeing some OD, but I think a smart ban from Empire. And he's definitely looking unhappy there in chat. But TI is going to be banned out here by VP, and that's going to round off those solo bans from them. So Empire do still sort of have the pick of the litter as far as supports go, and if they would like to grab the Rubik to try and deal with the Magnus, or at least have that threat of the Rubik steal there to try and deal with the Magnus, he still is in the pool. So Empire managing to maneuver and get him through, since VP were really focusing on those solos right now. And I mean, they can pretty much round off this offensive tri-lane with whatever they want. Shadow Demon's still in the pool. They could even try and leave that support pickup until last, and then just try and grab whatever solo they're thinking of right now, since they know it's pretty much going to be against the Nature's Prophet or a Magnus, and neither of them necessarily all that strong in a 1v1 situation. So, and Batrider absurdly strong in a 1v1 situation, so if he's matched up against the Magnus or the Nature's Prophet, should be having a fairly good time. And interesting, I'm really interested to see what it's going to be from Empire here. There's plenty of options. There's a Lone Druid if they want to go more push-oriented. If they still want to try and just find a defensive tri-lane and then an off-lane solo, then Clockwork is there as well. Lone Druid can be your off solo at the same time. And okay, Empire. If it works, if it ain't broke, why change it? They're going to opt to pick up the Luna here, and that's... I mean, I was talking through the draft the whole time as if Gyrocopter was going to be that carry, who was going to be the offensive tri-lane carry, and that was the plan, but Empire, they're going to opt to pick up the Luna, and it looks like it's just going to be pretty much the same offensive tri-lane that we saw last game, with a substitution of the Jakiro for the Bane, but Bane probably, frankly, a little bit better as far as that single target lockdown goes, and getting the Gyrocopter in position to do that rocket barrage damage. And a nice substitution as well. He's got better range than Jakiro does, and synergizes quite nicely with the Luna Aura. So VP, they're going to opt to pick up the Venomancer here, a fairly defensive support from them, frankly, but a nice pickup. He does have a couple of mana problems now, ever since he was changed, but still strong all the same, and VP really holding their cards to their chest as far as what that carry is going to be. We did see a Faceless Void in the last game, and might be a slightly more viable pickup in this one, since they do have the split push from the Nature's Prophet coming online earlier than the split push should have did from the Tinker. And oh, it's going to be Juggernaut, Venomancer plus Juggernaut. Okay, so I love the pick. I love it. Juggernaut's great in a defensive tri-lane. He's as strong as Nyx is, really, in a defensive tri-lane. Spin is pretty much a get-out-of-jail-free card, similar to the Rage. And trying to tri-lane against Venomancer plus Juggernaut I think anyone who's dealt with this lane in pubs knows how exceedingly difficult and how exceedingly frustrating it can be. So Empire, they're actually going to choose to pick up a Night Stalker, and we'll see where Scandal's going to be running that one. It's probably, well, might just be on mid. Funnick probably going to be in the solo safe lane Batrider, and then Go Black, Silent, and Blow Your Brain going to be heading up towards that top lane. So we've got some Juggernaut action in this game, and I'm really looking forward to it. They've got the lockdown to make that spin really, really lethal. It's going to come down in a big way to positioning well, for Empire, well, for both teams up on that top lane. So yeah, we've got another exciting game ahead of us right now. Going to be running over who is playing what very, very quickly. Over on the side of VP Airman is going to be playing the Juggernaut. We've got Santa on the Nature's Prophet, KSI going to be on the Venomancer, TMW, that's Tame My Wild, or Crazy, is going to be on the Nyx Assassin, in fact. And that leaves NS to play the Magnus. We might see a swap here, perhaps, just a little bit of mind games from VP, but we've got to pause right now. Yeah, it is going to be a swap, so it's not a crazy Nyx Assassin. They're just trying to mess with Empire a little bit. Over on the side of Empire, speaking of them, Funnick is going to be on the Batrider, Blow Your Brain is going to be on the Luna. We've got Scandal playing the Night Stalker. He's going to be heading towards mid, Bottle Rush primed for him. Go Black is going to be on the Gyrocopter, and then last but definitely not least, Sound is going to be on that Bane. And Empire definitely looking like an offensive tri-lane for them. Go Black opting to pick up the magic stick, and there's no sentry wards to be seen, so probably not going to be a defensive tri-lane. And just, I guess, sort of as I said earlier, probably going to be Scandal heading towards mid, Funnick going to be heading down towards bot, and then this offensive tri-lane from Empire maybe heading up towards the top lane, though they're actually scouting out bot right now. They could still just run the Batrider on the off lane. They'll have to see, and they're actually just going to poke their head into the Roshan pit. VP do have Juggernaut, they do have Nature's Prophet. Two heroes that are actually pretty good at taking Roshan at level 1, so I think a good decision from them to try and make sure that wasn't going on. They didn't necessarily have great level 1 team fight. I mean, Gyrocopter fairly strong, Batrider okay, though it's not necessarily all that great for VP. They do have Gale and Spin, which are two of the strongest level 1 abilities. So had VP actually been in that Roshan pit, it could have been trouble for Empire. So looks like it is going to be this offensive tri-lane heading up towards top, maybe. Go Black is actually just camping out the bottom rune right now, so Empire don't want any questions as to what that rune's going to be. It's just going to be a regen to start the game off, so nothing too exciting. But also, hey Ryan Editor, well, hey Ryan in chat, I won't call you Ryan Editor. How you doing? We've got really exciting Dota in front of us. If you caught the first game, I think Empire just really flexing a little bit there, though. I think VP have got it in them to definitely take a game off Empire, and history does show that they've got that strength as well. So our mid matchup is going to be a Magnus against a Night Stalker. There's kill potential going both ways. They are both quite tanky, and it's going to be an awkward ballet dance for last hits. Though Crazy will have the advantage as far as lane control goes, and subsequently rune control. So that's going to be nice for him. Bot, it's going to be a Nature's Prophet against a Batrider. Definitely a matchup that favors the Bat, and Funnick doing pretty well as far as CS goes to start. And yeah, Santa just playing pretty defensively right now. Does need to be quite careful. And yeah, just Funnick looking to find the sticky, but Santa just dancing in and out of range right now. So as far as warding goes, up on our top tri-lane, we've just got a ward keeping an eye on the movements from Empire, and I don't think this one is obvious. I'm not sure if this hard camp is being body blocked out, or if this ward is actually just on the very edge of this spawn box, though I guess we'll see once the 2-minute rune rolls around. So as far as farm goes right now, Empire leading a little bit, but we're only a minute and a half into the game. We've got Rune Vision for both sides right now, just barely for VP, and pretty much everything interested in the top lane. We've still got one more obs up the sleeve of Silent, but just putting on the pressure right now. Airman can afford to play up a little bit with just with having that spin sort of as his escape. Radiance Courier, Santa, you sly dog. Managing to pick off the Radiant Courier as, well, okay, it was on the way back for mid, so Crazy called out that the bottle had been dropped off, and Santa just jumping back for that Courier snipe. But a fairly significant start to the game. Scandal not going to be able to bottle Crow, and something that he would have been relying on, especially given that, again, Crazy does have the better lane control just with his nukes. So Yeah, that's a pretty big deal. Santa's gonna have to walk his way down towards bot, but a lane matchup that was a little bit in favor of Crazy is now very much in favor of Crazy, and it hasn't really hurt Santa all that much down on bot, since he was going to pretty much have a bad time regardless. So definitely like the decision there from VP, and it gives them some more gold to play around with up on top as well. I've got an Impale flying out onto Silent. The Venomous Gale connects as well. They're looking for this kill, but Juggernaut's a long way away. Santa jumps in, spawns up the tree, and doesn't actually have a Sprout just yet. Silent's gonna drop. That's gonna be our first blood. Now Blow Your Brain in trouble. Do they have any more disables left? Not quite. Venomous Gale still too expensive. Blow. Try to make it into the trees. Jukes back, puts some damage down on Santa. He's turning around, but looks like he's just accepting his death. And Venomancer will drop in the end. Goblak coming in for that one. He's now in trouble. Just enough for the Sprout up on Santa. Though it looks like the relatively speedy Gyrocopter will be able to make his escape. So as the dust settles, 2-for-1 lead for VP, and Santa showing what a threat he can be with that global teleportation. Really showing himself strongly up on top. And that ward apparently was blocking out the camp, so Sentry Ward turned down by Silent. I think that one might still be blocking the camp regardless. So this hard camp probably not going to be pullable by Empire. And KSI heads down towards bot. Funnick caught between the two towers. Venomous Gale does connect. Treant summoned up as well. Throws up the Flame Break. Is he going to be okay? Hasn't caught any tower aggro just yet, but too slow. No Firefly available, and just at the very last second pops that one off. But the VP, nice movement from KSI, and they find one more kill. I mean, turning this very unfavorable lane back towards Santa, and Empire not really able to do all that much up on top since it's a Juggernaut and they can't really afford to go on him. So I really like the movements from VP, and I mean, normally when you've got your carry up on top, you couldn't afford to leave him alone to go for something like a small camp pull, which is what NS is doing right now. But when you've got Juggernaut, he can just soak XP to his heart's content and be really unconcerned about the damage that Empire have right now. So I really, I don't think I can understate. I don't think I can overstate how much I like the pickup. We're going to skewer back on mid, but Crazy's actually in trouble. Scandal's still looking for this kill. The Venomous Gale did actually connect. Scandal just clipped there, and VP, the roaming Venomancer, claims another. So both of these solo lanes working out great for VP right now, and this might actually be enough to force a bit of a switch up from Empire, but the problem's going to be that Bat's not necessarily all that strong on the offlane, and Funnick looking for a kill on Santa right now. He can't auto-attack, just throwing in a few more stacks, but KSI jumps in one more time, and just the right clicks from VP might be enough. Santa will drop to the Firefly. The Who died first. Funnick did drop. Funnick did drop first, so he didn't get any XP for that kill. And again, in favor of VP, the overall exchange. So Empire, are they gonna have to break up this tri lane on top? It's not really getting all that much done. They're putting the pressure on the Juggernaut, so he's not really getting farm, but their other lanes are crumbling at the same time. And I mean, it would be hard to make a switch, but I think it might be the right decision. I mean, they're not really getting all that much done. Airman's just happily sitting underneath the tower, and KSI still down on bot, cuts himself a little path through. Funnick looking for him right now, but Santa's rejoining the fray, and Funnick still only down at level 6 since he died before that kill went off. So Santa catching up, he's almost going to have that Nature's Wrath online, and that's going to be even more problems for this tri lane up on top. They're all extremely underleveled and all quite squishy, really relying on those kills, but nowhere to be found. NS is just off pulling the small camp, and yeah, Airman continues to soak XP, so this is looking really good for VP right now. Scandal finds himself a little bit of farm on mid, but that one kill, well, that one death really slowing him down, and Crazy, well, now about a level ahead of him. So Scandal actually trying to find farm and can't really look to do that much. If the Night Stalker was having an okay game, then he could really look to do something up on top. And Scandal actually pops up a smoke. Where is he going to head? Making movement down towards bot, and he's going to be popping off a regen at the same time, but we'll see if he's going to be able to find anything on KSI and Santa. Funnick's already down at about half HP, though he does have a salve to pop off, and will do so right now. But yeah, this could be dangerous, and looks like they're just having a couple of issues staying connected to the game. Scandal's going to reveal himself, and Funnick coming up and around the silence up on KSI, trying to turn himself around, but just so slow with the sneaky napalm. The TP attempted from KSI, it's going to be successful. What a sprout from Santa. Funnick couldn't finish the job. Holy smokes. Well, holy smokes from Scandal, but holy smokes that TP. So, what a play, and VP now moving heroes down towards the bottom lane. Santa putting the pressure on up to level 6. He's got the Nature's Wrath in. NS down here eagerly looking for a kill. Empire just a little bit of team jungling happening right now, but still, I mean, only just barely level 3 up on Silence and level 4 up on the Gyrocopter. The dive is happening on Funnick. The skewer through. He doesn't really have anything. Firefly is up, and TP support comes in from Goblack, but it might just be his death as well. VP just going to be jumping onto the tier 1. Goblack does have to be careful. Just look at how much damage the Shockwave does. And yeah, jeez. Yeesh. So, we've got 8-minute Rune bottled up by Scandal, the tier 1, probably going to be claimed down on bot by VP, absolutely no problem, and Empire definitely on the back foot right now. I mean, top lane is going okay, but it's not really accomplishing what it was looking for, and Airman now up to level 6, Scandal comes in, but the immediate spin, the immediate TP, and with no Fiend's Grip, Airman gets away scot-free. And now TP support heads up. So even when Empire make the movement towards the lane, they can't even look to push in and try and claim a tower. VP just immediately jumping through and making sort of anything impossible. And even a D-ward now back behind the tower by KSI. They know what's up. And really shutting down any level of aggression from Empire right now. And applying some aggression of their own. Crazy's gonna he's gonna skewer through, doesn't connect, does manage to get the reverse polarity up on Funnick. He's just gonna try and hide up on the edge of the map, and looks like he will be successful in doing so. So Santa and Crazy gonna try and make their way out. Scandal jumps in. Was he just farming with that Void? Comes in, looks scary, but doesn't really get anything done with it. And oh, Blow, you are in trouble. Impale doesn't connect, nor does the Venomous Gale. Blow trying to do whatever he can, but unfortunately the first hit of the Juggernaut ultimate does mini stun, so it looks like Blow's in trouble regardless. Buys himself a TP. We're going to be losing about 200 gold as well from that death. So not able to make his escape. And one more kill away of VP, now a 5-kill lead for them. And Nightstalker off to such a bad start. I mean, we're still in nighttime right now, but once we get into that next day, if he doesn't really get all that much done, this is really going to be problems for Empire.
Top tower is under attack.
And yeah, VP now just going for a little bit of a push of their own. Scandal and Goblack making their way down towards bot. They're going to spot out Crazy, who does have a skewer up along with the TP. I've got to silence the homing missile coming through. That's going to be at least one dead, though it looks like Santa did manage to escape. So just the one death, a nice pickup there from Empire, but the tree ant still just going to work on the tower. And Blade Brain not really able to get them off. So up on top. Tier 1 in trouble as well. Flame break through. Funnick fighting Airman a little bit. And spin already used. But Omni Slash still available. And Funnick gonna have to be careful. Though VP do know that there are probably TPs available on Empire. Tier 1 is gonna be claimed by KSI. So the hero of the other lanes will collect himself a little bit more farm. Silent now in trouble. Not gonna actually head up into the high ground, keeps walking towards Scandal. Now the turnaround, only level 5, but Crazy maybe in a little bit of trouble. Silenced up, gonna be out in just a second, will have the skewer available, and doesn't even need to use it as he makes it up onto the high ground. Now the turnaround, silent the target, Venomous Gale, the skewer through as well. Nice Nightmare, but the Nature's Prophet ultimate bounces. Crazy's still low, pops up those stick charges, the Omni Slash onto Scandal, tries to make his escape, but a killing spree for KSI, and 3 for 1 the exchange in favor of VP. Blow Your Brain comes in. Is he going to be able to find KSI? Just needs to find an auto attack, but cursing the short range on the Luna there. Sheesh. Just, I mean, it's so close from Empire on these kills, but now trailing by 6, and I'll hold that thought. Nope. Okay, so nothing going to be happening. About a 2k XP swing in favor of VP right now, and 5k gold difference as well. And they're not done. They've got fantastic push, and they're making full use of it right now. Spin through onto Silent. He does have Nightmare available, and most of that duration of the spin wasted on Airman. Nice nukes coming out, but a huge impale. The skewer through from Crazy, looking for the reverse polarity, but not quite fast enough. Does manage to get silenced up. Fast reactions from Scandal, but Crazy's not done. Reverse polarity out on Silent. Is he going to drop Goblack? Still going to work. Crazy alive. The impale through onto him. Funnick gonna chop down those trees. Blow Your Brain in with a vengeance, but it's only a rank 1 Eclipse. Crazy still alive, and Airman spinning away on Scandal. Funnick does actually manage to find the kill up on Crazy, and Airman drops as well. The call down on top of NS, but pops off the Carapace, buying himself some space. KSI still going to work, and NS gonna drop. Santa jumps in, he's got the mech available. Blow your brain to target, tower hits, going to work, and Scandal just wailing away. Mech pops only on Santa there. One more impale. Blow your brain drops, now looking for Scandal. Still nighttime, at least for a little while longer, and gonna find himself a haste. I guess thanking his lucky stars to make that escape there, and looks like I was getting a little bit of frame drop in amongst that last little bit of action, so sorry about that one, guys. I guess Australian internet, as always, the bane of my existence. So NS pops off the Vendetta down on bot, but finds himself a hasted Scandal, and the Night Stalker probably just a little bit too tanky to bring down. But he's going to keep tabs on him right now. Making his way towards mid, KSI going to safely back himself off, and a point booster in his arsenal right now. So, it should be a fairly early Ags at the rate that he's going. 5 for 1 for 6 on this Venomancer. And as soon as that's up, I mean, Empire just don't have any sustainability in these fights. They don't even really have a natural mech carrier amongst their supports. We do sometimes see Funnick pick up the mech if he gets off to a good game, but sheesh, it's going to be pretty slow, and even the Blink at the moment, I mean, in a lane that he should have quite handily won, if it was a 1v1 situation, really feels the pressure from VP, and, well, doing a fantastic job. They're going to duck into the Roshan pit right now. Plague Ward's going down, and Santa's going to be TPing himself in as well. So they go for Rush. It's going to be fairly slow, but they've got the Treants to tank forever, so it should be fine. And A-Man comes in to join as well. So whether or not Empire know about this, I'm not sure it matters. They've got reverse polarity. Impale is great in the confined confines of the pit, though Empire, they're actually going to go for this. Is there a Blink Dagger up on Funnick just yet? No, there isn't. The Omni Slash goes on Blow Your Brain, still alive just now, and NS putting out some good damage. The call down going to connect on almost everyone. Airman spinning through, has already used the Omni Slash. Crazy, still walking around in the Firefly. Scandal will be killed off. Plague Ward just ensuring that one. And 3 for 1 the exchange. Santa still being chased down by Silent. He's got Fiend's Grip, but not enough mana to use it, and Go Black still going to work, but a double kill for Airman. As we end that engagement, and it looks like it's not done just yet. Silent sprouted up on the middle lane. He's going to have a Nightmare in just a second, but that's about it. Has enough for a Fiend's Grip, not going to use it. Gets the Brain Sap. Still trying to survive. And desperation from him, but a triple kill picked up by the Juggernaut. So now a 10 kill lead for VP. Looking fantastic for them. Over a 3k XP lead. And gold lead now making its way down to about 7,500. And should be able to add Roshan to that tally as well. Funnick, Blink Dagger slowed down even more by taking that fight. Bladebrain making his way towards a BKB, but it's a long way off. We've got a daytime Night Stalker right now, so not really able to do all that much at the moment. Is Scandal and Silent. Just wards up for him. Go Black a couple more sentries as well. Empire actually can opt to head into the pit, but Roshan has already fallen, and this might be trouble one more time. Sprout on 2, spin as well. The Skewer connect. Funnick just trying to do whatever he can, but it's already 2 kills picked up. The drag up onto the high ground, just playing around with NS. Gonna leave him there. Go Black comes in. Nice damage out onto Santa. The Brain Sap as well. Mech gonna be up in just a few seconds to try and keep him alive, and Go Black doing the best that he can, but Airman, ruthless, wants this kill. Drum charge, and the phase boots might be able to find it for him. Oh, Go Black manning up as best he can, but Empire just walk in and throw 5 of themselves away, and Roshan already taken by VP. It's a 5 for 1 exchange. One more time, and that's now a huge lead for VP. I mean, it's going to take something special from Empire to try and get themselves back into this game, especially with a Night Stalker who's now stuck in daytime for another couple of minutes. And Santa is probably going to be making his way towards a Necrobook with that Staff of Wizardry, though. With the position that they're in, we could even see something like a Dagon. KSI, that Aghanim Scepter is coming along ridiculously quickly. That's going to be online quite soon. Crazy's already picked himself up a gem, so any semblance of warding from Empire isn't going to be lasting very long, though unfortunately they don't really have all that many ranged heroes around, so Crazy's just going to be forced to jump his way through to get rid of those wards. And now, well, he does have a TP, but maybe just wait around for the blink to cool down to get himself down. But I mean, Funnick still no Blink Dagger to speak of. 17 minutes into the game, And we checked in on Empire's farm before that fight broke out, and it definitely hasn't progressed since then. Sound doing a good job. I mean, placing high ground wards against a gem, always the right idea. Though Empire showing that they're pretty adept at dealing with them regardless. And yeah, I'm just jacking the Radiant Ancients right now. I mean, XP took a nosedive. Over 10k the lead right now. And 12k the gold in favor of VP. We've got that blink up on Crazy. NS doesn't actually have all that much. Did sort of get dragged out of that last fight. So not really all that highly leveled though. Oh, reverse polarity on mid, catches 2, the spin over the top, blow your brain, trying to escape, does manage to dodge out of the way of the Venomous Gale, and Goblack just using himself as a target to try and buy some time. The Eclipse pops, but Goblack needs to get in range, will be able to kill off Santa. 1 for 1 the exchange right now, but the Omni Slash on the Sound makes it 2 for 1, and now the Impale. Scandal TP's in, but he only finds death, and Night wearing off at the same time. That's 3 for 1 for VP, and now looking to make this a tower as well. Blow comes forward aggressively, but needs to be careful. Impale off cooldown right now, and Funnick, Blink Dagger finished up, doesn't want to show this just yet, but with 3 still on the sidelines, they can't really look to do all that much. And yeah, I mean, NS working his way towards a Blink, he's going to have that quite soon. And Airman actually almost finished with an Aghanim Scepter, so he's going to have that he's going to have that in short order. And yeah, it's just not looking great for Empire right now, though probably just hold on. Sort of consider what went wrong, what they can change for the next game, and there is maybe still the potential for them to come back. Though it's definitely not looking promising with a 16 kill lead in favor of VP. So Empire come up, they've got Darkness available, but it's only a level 9 Night Stalker. And oh, they come forward, they get the drag back. This is the initiation that they were looking for, but Airman sounds up. He's gonna have a spin in just a second. Will he be brought down? Knocked out of range with the call down. Almost dead, but the mech pops and in comes the Skewer. Has the reverse polarity been used? Already used what? Well, only the Aegis in exchange. Sound gets the Fiend's Grip off, but he's gonna drop at the same time, and now Empire just trying to make their retreat. That Poison Nova doing so much damage. Santa deciding he's not done. Here's a little bit of a turnaround. Maybe reconsidering that decision. And oh, Crazy jumps in, finds a kill, looking for Blow now. Couple of hits thrown out, the GG already called. So we are going to be seeing a game 3 in this set between Empire and VP, and what a set it has been so far. Reverse polarity thrown by Crazy, he finds the kill regardless. Now jumping across, buyback from Blow Your Brain. He wants blood, he's going to find it. But Empire already disconnecting off, and we're going to have game 3 coming up very, very soon, and must say that I for one, and I hope you guys as well out there, I'm very much looking forward to it. And looks like Blow somehow broke. Well, somehow broke the Juggernaut ulti, that, or a lot of it was wasted on creeps. So we've got a bit of a man fight happening right now. Airman can't actually auto attack while he's spinning, but this is the Blade Fury damage going to be enough to kill him off. So we've got the 2 carries, sort of just exchanging pleasantries right now as we wait for the game to end. I will wait around for the final score screen for the sake of the VOD. Looks like I did get a few more dropped frames in amongst the last little bit, so sorry about that one, guys. I hope it's not too noticeable. And again, every single time I have dropped frames, I go away after the stream and I try and tweak as much as I possibly can and just keep tweaking it down until things are 100% stable. But I think with Twitch being under extra load from own shutting down, there have been a few more problems of late. But thanks everyone for tuning in. This is the Raid Call Dota 2 League. This was game 2 of our best of 3 set between Empire and VP. As always, this is just an unofficial cast from me, so if you're looking for AC and Frascal, they're over on the One More Game TV2 stream. If you guys have any feedback for me, please feel free to leave a comment, leave a message in chat, or email me at basecampdota@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you. And yeah, that's about it for this game. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Hope to see you for future broadcasts, and hope to see you for game 3.